Now to the release of chilling new videos that capture the extreme lengths that Nancy Garrido and her husband Philip went toward fulfilling their twisted fantasies, secretly taping other little girls just 2 years after the kidnapping of JC Dugard. Scenes of children at play unaware of the predators just inches away. And while these videos are no doubt disturbing, perhaps more disturbing is that they were shot while Philip Garrido was supposed to be under the watchful eye of the authorities. For more on this, I'm joined now by criminal profiler Pat Brown. Good afternoon, Pat. And if nothing else, these videos highlight some of the failings in the parole system, don't they?
Martin, it shows it's miserable, actually. We take a look at this entire crime. It wasn't taken seriously enough, especially the one before that of JC Dugard. Remember when he kidnapped the woman and put her in a storage locker and raped her repeatedly? This man is a serial rapist and likely a serial killer, because that was an adult woman, and what was he going to do with her when he was finished raping her over and over again? He would have to kill her. So but he only got, he didn't get enough time. He should have been in prison for life, but they let him out, and then they still didn't take him seriously enough. They said, oh yeah, he committed that crime, he's paid his time, and they sent out some regular old guy to just check on him, like maybe he was just did some shoplifting. But they should have had an eagle eye on him, knowing that a serial rapist or serial killer never stop doing what they're doing, so he's going to go after somebody else, which obviously he did.
When I watch these images, though, there's a chilling sense that this is a disturbed tag team, because you see Philip Garrido in full focus, and then a few seconds after, the camera woman, of course his wife, then begins to shift towards the right so that he can capture pictures of children.
Well, yeah, you definitely. Well, Philip Garrido is a psychopath, and Nancy isn't much far behind him, because after all, she met him while he was in prison and decided she wanted to marry a man who was a kidnapper and a rapist. So you got to wonder about her mental upstairs too. So yes, it was a psychopathic team that had no respect for other human beings, no respect for children, loved the power and control they got, laughing at the authorities. Look, he's supposed to be on parole, but we got a girl in the basement, and we can look at other children. They must have enjoyed tremendously the fact that they could get away with this kind of thing, because the authorities simply weren't doing their job.
And what about the gall of the video showing parole agents touring their home and literally just filming these people?
Well, it mocks the system is what it does. The Garridos, you look at them and you say, well, if I were them, I guess I'd be laughing too. I mean, we deserve it. I mean, if this is the way our parole system works, if this is the way our justice system works, we deserve a slap in the head. I mean, we deserve to be humiliated. Maybe we'll step up to the plate and say, look, we got to put these guys away for life, or the death penalty if we believe in it, or we got to keep an eagle eye on them and not allow them to abuse anybody else, because JC Dugard should never, ever have gotten into the guy's possession if we had done the right thing.
And what about the parole authorities who didn't have the interest or curiosity to go further than the front room, the front door? I mean, all they needed to do was go into that property, and they will have seen electrical cables that were supplying power to the den in which this poor young girl was being kept.
Yeah, there's no excuse for this. As I said, they should have a hierarchy of people they send out. Certainly, I say, if you have some guy doing little crap crimes, you can be a little more lenient. Go over and say, hey, bud, how you doing? And where are you today? Are you working? That's a regular parole officer, regular stuff. You have somebody like this, you must have your best parole officer on a person like this, who's going to be extremely, extremely careful. But apparently, they just didn't do that. They just picked somebody and said, hey, go check out the guy, and didn't take it seriously.
I hate to take this back to Washington politics, but what about the effects of cutbacks on critical services like the parole service, which we know already has insufficient numbers to cater for the vast number of people who are out on the loose?
Well, we have, all around, we have a problem. Our law enforcement don't have enough, there's not enough manpower there, there's not enough training there, our court system's overburdened, we let people out who shouldn't be out, our parole system doesn't have enough people in it. I mean, all the way around, criminals know that they've kind of got the upper hand.
Pat Brown, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Martin.